Hey everybody, Nick Espinosa, your chief security fanatic here, and today we got to talk about the state of California because their DMV just killed Cruise's self-driving cars, or rather their license to operate in the state. Now this is coming from Hayden Field of CNBC as a backdrop, and I think this is interesting and important in essentially the autonomous vehicle evolution that we are continuing to see. Now here's what's going on. The California Department of Motor Vehicles, or DMV, this past Tuesday suspended Cruise's deployment and testing permits for its autonomous vehicles effective immediately. Now the news follows basically just a deluge of safety concerns and incidents since Cruise, which is owned by General Motors, received approval in August for around-the-clock robo-taxi service in San Francisco. And if you recall, I did videos, podcasts, and radio segments on that back in the day, back in August, where a lot of citizens were taking to the streets to basically jam these things up by putting traffic cones on the autonomous vehicles and stuff, basically against this. Quote, "When there is an unreasonable risk to public safety, the DMV can immediately suspend or revoke permits." That's according to the California DMV. The DMV also said the decision was based on several factors. Now, it cited 4 regulations that allow the suspension in the event of, quote, "the department determines the manufacturer's vehicles are not safe for public operation, and the manufacturer has misrepresented any information related to safety of the autonomous technology of its vehicles." I figure that is a very interesting quote, because if they misrepresented something or said, "oh yeah, we're totally safe," when they're not as safe as they thought, it's obviously a big issue. Now, the decision was also based on the policy that, and I quote again, "any act or omission of the manufacturer or one of its agents, employees, contractors, or designees, which the department finds makes the conduct of autonomous vehicle testing on public roads by the manufacturer an unreasonable risk to the public as well." Meaning, did somebody have some kind of statement, sign something they shouldn't have, like an affidavit saying, we're 100% secure when you're 85% secure or safe or whatever it is? I don't know. To quote again, basically, "we learned today at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time of the California DMV suspension of our driverless cars," end quote. Now, that is according to Cruise spokesperson Hannah Linlow talking to CNBC. To quote again, "as a result, we will be pausing operations of our driverless AVs in San Francisco." There you go. That's where they were test piloting these. People weren't a fan. Now, Cruise also said that it would continue to cooperate with the investigation by the California DMV. And last week, interestingly enough, federal auto safety regulators announced they were investigating Cruise following pedestrian injuries. The probe, spearheaded by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, was prompted by multiple reports involving pedestrian injuries and Cruise vehicles in recent months. It concerns an estimated 594 self-driving Cruise vehicles, according to the filing. Meaning there's about 600 of these things, and they're potentially hitting people or violating laws or not up to code in the way they should be, and so the DMV stepped in. I think that's a good thing. Now a couple of years ago, I interviewed basically car guru and basically a YouTuber with like 8 billion followers, Doug Deuro. He also owns carsandbits.com, about the future of autonomous vehicles. And he said, honestly, we're like a decade plus off, because, think about a nice sunny day where, there's no obstructions. I mean, the autonomous vehicle works fine, but I live in Chicago. When there's a blizzard and it's icy out, am I going to trust an AI versus, let's say, the 30 years experience I've had driving in Chicago winter? And that's exactly the point. And so if there are conditions in San Francisco, which is not exactly flat land if you've ever been there, not to mention cars all lined up and down streets, hills, all that kind of stuff, something pops out, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, these are obviously very serious things. Now, obviously, Cruise is not the only one that has had issues before. Tesla's been in a battle with California. We've also heard of Tesla's hitting pedestrians as well. I interviewed a guy that basically was trying to get Congress to stop the entire thing. And I took a lot of flack from Elon Musk fans about a year ago on that one. So you never know. But that is your news of the day. And just FYI, if you're in San Francisco, you're not going to be hit by a Cruise autonomous vehicle anytime soon. You probably have to wait 6 months to a year for that privilege when they get it all straightened out. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.